I found the envelope on our daughter's 7th birthday. The day I was supposed to be celebrating became the day I learned she might not be mine. Inside was a paternity test I never ordered, with results that destroyed everything I believed about my marriage. How long had my wife been lying to me, and was the man I called my best friend actually my daughter's biological father? The house is full of people. 15 guests, maybe more. I've lost count. Emma's friends are running through the living room, their voices sharp and high like birds. My daughter, is wearing the purple dress Sarah picked out last week, the one with the sparkles that catch the light when she spins. She's spinning now, showing off for her grandmother. 7 years old today. 7 years of bedtime stories and scraped knees and "I love you, Daddy," whispered in the dark. I'm in the bedroom looking for the camera battery charger. That's all I'm doing. Just looking for the charger so I can take more pictures, preserve this perfect day. The closet smells like Sarah's vanilla perfume. It always has. I push aside her shoeboxes, the ones she keeps but never wears. And that's when I see it. Manila folder, corners bent, sealed with clear tape that catches the hallway light. It's addressed to Sarah. I shouldn't open it. I know I shouldn't. But there's something about the way it's hidden, tucked behind boxes like it's not supposed to exist, that makes my hands move before my brain catches up. The tape tears easily. Inside, there's a document. Heavy cardstock paper. Official letterhead embossed at the top. Gene Trust Laboratories. The date is 3 weeks ago, March 15th, 2024. I scan the page. Legal language, chain of custody. Sample collection dates, then I see it. A table with numbers, genetic markers, alleles. And at the bottom, in cold blue ink, probability of paternity, 0.0%. The 0 has a small smudge, like someone touched it with a wet finger. Like someone read this line and couldn't help but touch it, make sure it was real. The room tilts. Downstairs, Emma laughs. Someone's playing music, the Encanto soundtrack. We don't talk about Bruno, Emma's favorite. I read it again and again. The tested father is listed as Sample A. Mitchell Zem M. Mitchell. That's me, Michael Mitchell. The mother is Sample B. Mitchell S. Sarah, the child, is Sample C. Mitchell E. Emma, but the probability is 0. Impossible. There's no chance I'm her biological father. I never authorized this test. The lab name is printed at the top, Gene Trust Labs, dated 3 weeks ago. I never authorized any test. It's midnight. The house is finally quiet. Emma's asleep in her room, exhausted from cake and presents and spinning in that purple dress. Sarah's asleep too, or pretending to be. She's good at pretending. I'm in my office with the door locked and the documents spread on my desk. I've read it 12 times now. The number doesn't change. 0.0%. My laptop screen glows in the dark. I'm searching Sarah's email. I know her password. We've always known each other's passwords. That's what married people do, right? Trust each other. Share everything. Her inbox is clean. Too clean. But the trash folder isn't. I click through. Spam, newsletters, then something that makes my chest tight. An email to someone named M with the subject line, results. The email is dated March 16th. One day after the test results, M got them 0%. He's starting to ask questions about Emma's eyes. We need to talk. Delete this. S. I stare at the screen. Emma's eyes. They're hazel, flecked with gold. Mine are brown. Sarah's are blue. I've never thought about it. Kids get genes from grandparents, right? That's what Sarah always said when people asked, "Who is M?" I search M in her email. Dozens of messages pop up, years of them. I scroll back to 2016, before Emma was born. The messages are casual, work stuff. Can you cover my shift? Want to grab lunch? Then they change. 2017, April, around the time Sarah got pregnant. M, last night was a mistake. We can't do this again. SS. It wasn't a mistake. You know how I feel. M. We'll figure it out. I promise. S. I'm holding my breath. The room is too hot, too small. I keep scrolling. June 2017. Sarah's pregnant, 3 months along. M. Have you told him? SS. Not yet. He's so happy. I can't ruin this. MM. What about me? What about us? S. My hands are shaking. The cursor hovers over the next email. I don't want to click it. I have to click it. In her trash folder, I find an email to someone named M. He's starting to ask questions about Emma's eyes. The next morning, I tell Sarah I'm going to the office early. She barely looks up from her coffee. Emma's eating cereal at the kitchen table, milk dripping down her chin. I wipe it away. She smiles at me, that smile that lights up everything. Love you, Daddy. Love you too, sweet girl. I'm not going to the office. I'm going to the storage unit where we keep old boxes, photo albums, baby stuff we said we'd use for the next kid. There was never a next kid. The unit smells like cardboard and dust. I find the album from 2016 and 2017. Sarah labeled them. She's always been organized about photos. It's one of the things I loved about her. I flip through. There's Sarah at her work Christmas party, 2016. She's wearing a red dress. There's a man next to her, tall, dark hair. His hand is on her shoulder. I don't recognize him. Next page. Same party, different angle. The man's hand is on Sarah's lower back, the way I used to touch her, the way husbands touch wives. I flip faster, more photos. Sarah and this man at a company picnic. Sarah and this man at someone's retirement party. In every photo, they're standing close, too close. Then I find it, a photo from the hospital, Emma's birth. I took this picture. I remember taking it. Sarah's holding our newborn daughter, exhausted and beautiful. But in the background, slightly out of focus, there's the same man, tall, dark hair. He's standing in the doorway of the hospital room, watching. I turn the page. There's another photo I don't remember seeing before. Someone else must have taken it. It's me holding Emma for the first time, and behind me, that man. He's looking at Sarah. She's looking back at him. I zoom in with my phone camera. The man's name tag is barely visible. Hospital visitor badge. The name reads Marcus Holloway. Marcus. M, my best friend Marcus. The guy I play basketball with every Sunday. The guy who came to Emma's birthday party yesterday and gave her a stuffed unicorn. The guy who's been in my house 100 times, who I trust. In one photo, Marcus was holding newborn Emma. His hand was on Sarah's lower back, the way I used to touch her. I spend 3 days planning. I tell Sarah I have a business conference in Dallas. 3 days. She doesn't question it. She seems relieved. Emma and I will have girl time, she says. Maybe Marcus can help with that loose cabinet door. Marcus. She says his name so easily. I don't go to Dallas. I rent a car and park it 2 blocks away. I install a monitoring app on Sarah's phone while she's in the shower. It's legal. Technically, we're on a family plan. I'm allowed to monitor devices I pay for. That's what the website said. I buy a voice-activated recorder from an electronics store. The clerk is young, maybe 25. He shows me how it works. Popular for lectures, he says. Students use them all the time. I nod. College classes. Exactly. He smiles. This one's got 47 hours of battery life. Memory card holds up to 200 hours. It activates on sound so you won't waste space on silence. Perfect. I go home while Sarah's at work. Emma's at school. The house is empty. I hide the recorder in the bedroom air vent above the bed. The metal grate screws back in place easily. You'd never know it was there. Then I drive to a hotel. I check in. I wait. The monitoring app sends me a notification at 2:47 p.m. Sarah's phone location, home. Another notification at 3:15 p.m. A second phone location, also home. The contact name is Marcus Work. I told Sarah I'd be gone for 3 days. Within 2 hours of my departure, Marcus's car was in our driveway. I don't sleep that night or the next day. I watch the location tracker. Marcus's phone stays at my house for 6 hours, then leaves, then comes back the next afternoon. On the third day, I go home while Emma's at school. Sarah's at work, real work this time. I retrieve the recorder, 47 minutes of audio. I sit in my car in the driveway. My hands are shaking so badly I almost drop the recorder twice. I plug in earbuds, press play. At first, it's just sounds. Footsteps, a door closing, then Sarah's voice. Emma's school called. She's doing great in reading. That's good. Marcus. His voice is deeper than mine, warmer. She's a smart kid. She gets that from you. Silence, long enough that I think the recording cut out, then rustling, movement. I don't want to know what that sound is. I know anyway. Later, they're talking again. I fast forward through the sounds I can't stand to hear, find their voices. Sarah. He still doesn't know? Marcus. 7 years, and he treats her like she's his. Makes me sick. I press pause. Breathe. Press play. Sarah. You wanted this. You said we'd wait until she's older. Marcus. I did want this. I do. But watching him play dad to our daughter... Sarah. Stop. Not our daughter. His daughter. On paper. In every way that matters to her. You chose this, Marcus. We both did. Marcus. What about the money? The account we set up? My blood goes cold. Sarah. It's safe. He doesn't check the statements that closely. I've been moving 500 here, 1,000 there. College fund, I tell him. He believes everything I say. Then Marcus said something that changed everything. What about the money? The account we set up? The bank opens at 9. I'm there at 8:45, standing outside with a briefcase full of documents. The paternity test, printed emails, the recording transcribed, everything organized in folders with labeled tabs. I learned this from Sarah. Organization, preparation. The manager's name is Donald Chen. He's been our banker for 6 years. Helped us get the mortgage, approved our car loans. He smiles when he sees me. Michael, good to see you. What brings you in? I need to audit our accounts, all of them. His smile fades. Is everything okay? I need to see every transaction for the past 5 years. Joint accounts, savings, the college fund. That's a lot of records. Can I ask what this is regarding? I slide the divorce attorney's card across his desk. I'm preparing for a legal matter. He nods slowly, doesn't ask more questions. Give me an hour. It takes 90 minutes. He comes back with a stack of printed statements 2 inches thick. His face is carefully neutral. I've highlighted some irregularities, transactions that might interest you. I flip through. The first highlight is from 3 years ago. $200 withdrawn from our joint savings. The memo line says Emma, dance classes. Emma's never taken dance. Next highlight, $2,500. Home repair. We didn't have any repairs that month. Next, $3,000. Medical. Emma wasn't sick. How much? I ask. Donald clears his throat. Over 5 years, approximately $73,000 has been withdrawn from your joint accounts with questionable documentation. $73,000. Yes. Where did it go? He slides another paper across. There's an account at our competitor bank, First National. It was opened 3 years ago in Emma's name. A custodial account, 2 authorized users. Let me guess, Sarah Mitchell and Marcus Holloway. His eyebrows raise. You knew? I'm learning. I study the paper. The account currently has $68,000 in it. My money. Stolen $500 at a time. 1,000 here, 2,000 there. Slow enough I wouldn't notice. Fast enough to build a future. Their future. Donald leans forward. These signatures. He points to several withdrawal slips. I'm not a handwriting expert, but these don't look like your signature. He's right. They're close. Same general shape, but the M is wrong. Too loopy. Sarah practiced my signature, got better at it over time. The recent forgeries are nearly perfect. I'll need copies of everything. Already printed. He hands me a flash drive. Digital copies too. And Michael, I'm sorry, if I'd noticed earlier, You did your job. She did this, not you. The account had 2 authorized users, Sarah Mitchell and Marcus Holloway. They'd been stealing from me to fund their future together. I thought I knew what family meant. I was wrong. Emma's teacher is named Mrs. Rodriguez. She's taught first grade for 20 years. She knows when something's wrong with a kid. She called me 3 days ago, asked if I could come in for a meeting. Not a parent-teacher conference, just a conversation. Is Emma in trouble? I asked. No, nothing like that. I think you should see something. I'm sitting in a tiny plastic chair designed for 6-year-olds. My knees are almost touching my chest. Mrs. Rodriguez pulls out a folder. We had an art project last month. Draw your family. It's a standard assignment. Helps me understand the kids' home lives. She slides a piece of construction paper across the table. Purple crayon, Emma's favorite color. The corner is torn where she probably pressed too hard. There are 2 stick figures, both tall, both wearing pants. One has brown hair, one has black hair. Between them is a smaller figure with a purple dress. That's Emma. She's holding both their hands. Above the brown-haired figure, in Emma's careful printing, Daddy Home. Above the black-haired figure, Daddy Secret. I can't breathe. Mrs. Rodriguez's voice is gentle. I asked her about it. She said, Daddy Secret is Mommy's friend. He comes over when Daddy Home is at work. She said Mommy told her some secrets are for grown-ups. The purple sky is too bright. Emma pressed hard on that crayon. It snapped. You can see the break line where she had to switch to a new crayon and keep coloring. Did she say anything else? She said Daddy Secret brings her presents sometimes, but she has to keep them at Mommy's friend Rachel's house, so Daddy Home doesn't see. Rachel, Sarah's sister, how many people knew? How many people watched me play father to Marcus's daughter and said nothing? Mr. Mitchell, are you okay? I'm not okay. I'm looking at my 7-year-old daughter's drawing and realizing she's been carrying this weight, this secret, protecting her mother, while I kissed her goodnight and checked for monsters under the bed and told her everything would be okay. Always. Can I keep this? Of course, I made a copy for the school file, in case it's needed later. She knows, this teacher I've met maybe 5 times, knows I'm walking into a war zone. She's giving me ammunition. Thank you. Emma's a good kid. Whatever's happening with the adults, she's a good kid. She talks about you all the time. My daddy says this. My daddy taught me that. Just remember that. My 7-year-old daughter had been carrying this secret, protecting her mother while I played the fool. I start with my brother Tom. He's 2 years older than me, works in construction, doesn't believe in subtlety. I show him everything, the test, the emails, the recording, Emma's drawing. He's quiet for a long time, then, I'm going to kill him. You're not. Michael, he's been screwing your wife and pretending your kid is his. I'm going to kill him. You're not, but I need you to tell me the truth. Did you know? Tom looks at his hands. Big hands, calloused, honest hands. I suspected. Last Christmas, at Mom's house, I saw Sarah texting someone and smiling. That smile, you know the one. The secret smile. Then Marcus showed up. He wasn't even invited, and she lit up. I asked Mom if she noticed. She said I was imagining things. Who else? You should talk to Rachel. Rachel, Sarah's sister, the one Emma's been hiding presents at. I call her. We need to talk. About what? About how long you've known Sarah's been cheating on me with Marcus. Silence, long enough that I think she hung up. Then, when can you come over? Rachel's apartment is small, clean. She makes coffee I don't drink. We sit at her kitchen table. How long? I ask, since before Emma was born. The words hit like punches. They met at work. Sarah was unhappy. You were working long hours trying to make partner. Marcus was there, available, interested. It started as an affair. Then she got pregnant. With Emma. Yes. She didn't know who the father was. She hoped it was you. When Emma was born and had Marcus's eyes, his nose. Sarah panicked. Marcus wanted to tell you, be involved. Sarah said no. She said you were the better father, that Marcus wasn't ready, that you'd give Emma stability. So she let me believe a lie for 7 years. She convinced herself it wasn't a lie, that you were Emma's real father because you were the one raising her. Biology didn't matter. And you, what did you convince yourself? Rachel's eyes fill with tears. That it wasn't my place to tell you, that you seemed happy, that Emma was happy, that maybe it was better this way. You let me be the joke. No, God, no. We all thought you knew. After the first year or two, we assumed Sarah had told you that you'd chosen to stay, chosen to be Emma's father anyway. We thought you were okay with it. I want to believe her. I want to believe they weren't all laughing behind my back. But I keep thinking about Christmas, about birthdays, about Marcus at every family event, watching Emma open presents I bought with money he helped steal. Who else knew? Your mom suspected. She never said anything. Some of the neighbors, Tom, Sarah's book club friends. Her book club? They called Marcus Sarah's Thursday night special. I told them to shut up, that it was cruel. They said you had to know. No more lies, no more secrets, just truth. Rachel looked me in the eye and said, we all thought you knew. We thought you were okay with it. If you've ever had to become someone you didn't recognize to protect yourself, you'll understand what I did next. I became a spy, a detective, a stranger. I follow Sarah and Marcus to dinner, Tuesday night. Sarah tells me she's meeting her book club. I tell her to have fun. I kiss her goodbye. I watch her drive away in the direction of Rachel's house. She doesn't go to Rachel's house. She goes to Giovanni's, the Italian place downtown, the expensive one. I took Sarah there for our 5th anniversary. We shared tiramisu. She said it was the best night of her life. I park across the street, watch through the window. Marcus is already there. He's wearing a button-down shirt, the blue one. He stands when Sarah walks in, kisses her, not a friend kiss, a husband kiss. The hostess seats them at a corner booth, intimate, private. I take photos, zoom in. They're holding hands across the table. Marcus says something. Sarah laughs, throws her head back. That laugh. I haven't heard that laugh in years. I wait 30 minutes, then I go inside. The restaurant is warm, smells like garlic and wine. The hostess is young, blonde, name tag says Becca. Table for one? Actually, I need to know about a reservation. Regular customers, do you recognize them? I show her a photo of Sarah and Marcus from my phone, one I took through the window. Becca squints. Oh yeah, the Holloways. They come in every couple weeks. Super sweet couple. Always order the same thing. Split the carbonara, 2 glasses of Chianti. My vision tunnels. The Holloways. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Holloway. Why? Are they friends of yours? Something like that. I walk to their table. They don't see me at first. Sarah's talking. Emma asked about piano lessons. I told her we'd think about it. Our daughter. Marcus puts his hand over Sarah's. Our daughter wants piano lessons. That's when Sarah looks up, sees me. Her face goes white. Michael. Mr. and Mrs. Holloway. How's dinner? Marcus pulls his hand back. Stands. It's not what... Sit down, both of you. Sit down and act normal. Because if you make a scene, everyone in this restaurant will know exactly what you are. They sit. I pull over a chair from the empty table next to them. Sit down, smile. To anyone watching, we're 3 friends catching up. How long have you been coming here? Sarah's voice shakes. Michael, please answer the question. Marcus clears his throat. 2 years, maybe 3. The hostess called you the Holloways. She said you're regulars. You come in every couple weeks. You order the same thing. Split the carbonara. 2 glasses of Chianti. Sarah is crying now. Silent tears. Mascara running. I can explain. Explain what? That you've been playing house with him while I'm home with Emma? That you've built a whole second life? That you take my money I earn working 60-hour weeks, and use it to fund date nights with him? The waiter appears. Young guy, nervous. Is everything okay here? Fine, I say, just catching up with old friends. Can you bring me the check? Their check. I'll take care of it. Sure, of course. He leaves. Marcus leans forward. Look, I know you're angry. Angry? I'm not angry. I'm documenting. I have photos of you two kissing. Videos of you entering my house while I'm at work. Bank records showing joint accounts. A paternity test showing Emma isn't mine. And now I have a witness, I gesture to the hostess, who can testify that you two have been pretending to be married for years. We never said we were married, Sarah whispers. You didn't correct her. That's the same thing. The waiter came back with the check. I pull out cash, leave it on the table. Enjoy your dinner, both of you, because this is the last meal you'll ever have on my dime. I stand, look at Marcus. Really, look at him. He's taller than me, younger by a year, better looking probably, but his eyes are scared, trapped. When the waiter said, "Back again, Mr. and Mrs. Holloway?" Sarah didn't correct him. Here's where I need your perspective. Would you stay in touch with family who knew about the betrayal and said nothing? Comment 1 for cut them off, or 2 for forgive but distant. There's no right answer. I'm genuinely curious what you'd do. Because I made my choice. I cut them all out. Everyone who knew, everyone who watched, everyone who thought I was okay with it. Except Emma. Never Emma. That night I write her a letter. It's late, past midnight. Sarah's staying at Rachel's. At least that's what she told Emma. More lies. I can't keep track anymore. Emma's asleep upstairs. I checked on her an hour ago. She was curled up with the stuffed unicorn Marcus gave her. I should hate that unicorn. I can't. She loves it. I pull out yellow legal paper, blue pen, start writing. Dear Emma, I don't know if you'll ever read this. I hope you do. I hope we're sitting together when you're older and I can show you this letter and we can laugh about how scared I was to lose you. But I'm writing it now, just in case things go wrong, in case biology wins over love, in case the world decides that DNA matters more than every night I've spent checking for monsters under your bed. You taught me that family isn't about blood. It's about 3 a.m. when you had nightmares and I carried you to our bed and let you sleep between us. It's about teaching you to ride a bike and running behind you until you found your balance. It's about every scraped knee I kissed better. Every bedtime story. Every time you said, I love you, Daddy. And I said it back and meant it with everything I am. I'm not your biological father. I learned that 3 weeks ago. And for 3 weeks, I've been trying to figure out what that means. Does it erase 7 years? Does it make me not your dad? No, it doesn't. Because being a father isn't about genetics. It's about showing up. It's about being the one you call when you're scared. The one who knows you like dinosaurs, but not the purple ones because they're not realistic, Daddy. The one who cuts your sandwiches into triangles because rectangles are boring. I know these things because I've been there every day for 7 years. And I will be there for 70 more, for 700 more, because you're my daughter. Not because of DNA, because I choose you. Every single day I choose you. Your mother made mistakes. Marcus made mistakes. But you didn't. You're innocent in all of this. And I will fight for you. I will fight the legal system. I will fight people who say biology is all that matters. I will fight anyone who tries to take you from me. Because here's what I know. Family isn't what you're born into. It's what you build. And I've spent 7 years building us. I love you, sweet girl, more than DNA, more than biology, more than anything. Daddy. I seal the letter in an envelope, put it in my desk drawer. Next to Emma's baby hospital bracelet, white plastic faded blue lettering, baby girl Mitchell, 3:42 a.m., 7 LBS 2 Oz. The clasp is broken from when I removed it 7 years ago. I've kept it in my wallet ever since. The plastic is yellowed now, soft from being folded and unfolded 1,000 times. I hold the bracelet, look at the letter, and I realize something. I'm not ready to stop being her father. I sealed the letter and realized I wasn't ready to stop being her father. The law office is downtown, 15th floor, glass walls and expensive art. The attorney's name is Jennifer Park. She's younger than I expected. Early 30s, maybe. But her eyes are sharp. She's done this before. Tell me everything, she says. I do. The test, the emails, the affair, the money, Emma, all of it. I lay the evidence on her conference table, the 3-inch binder I've assembled, documents organized with labeled tabs. Sarah would be proud. Jennifer reads through it, takes notes. When she gets to Emma's drawing, she pauses, studies it. How old is your daughter? 7. And she's been aware of this situation? This daddy's secret? Apparently. Jennifer sets the drawing down carefully, like it's fragile. Maybe it is. Mr. Mitchell, Michael, can I call you Michael? Yes. Michael, I'm going to be honest with you. This is complicated. Legally, Marcus Holloway is Emma's biological father. If he chooses to assert his parental rights, he has a strong case. He doesn't want parental rights. I have him on tape saying he doesn't want to be her father. That helps. But California law presumes that biological fathers have rights unless they formally relinquish them. The good news is that you have something Marcus doesn't have. What's that? 7 years of being Emma's father. The court recognizes psychological parentage. It's called equitable adoption or de facto parent status. You've acted as Emma's father since birth. You've provided financially, emotionally, physically. You've bonded with her. She knows you as her father. So I have a chance. You have more than a chance, but we need Marcus to admit on record that he abandoned his parental rights, that he chose not to be involved. Can you get that confession? I think about the recorder, the one I used before. Yes. Good. Because here's what's going to happen. We're going to file for custody. We're going to present evidence of Sarah's affair, the financial fraud, and Marcus's abandonment. We're going to show the court that you are Emma's psychological parent, that removing you from her life would cause significant emotional harm. What about Sarah? Sarah will likely get partial custody. She's still Emma's biological mother, but given the affair, the financial fraud, and the deception, I expect the court will favor you for primary custody. And the money? The $73,000. That's embezzlement, fraud. We'll file a separate civil suit. You'll get it back, plus legal fees, plus damages. I lean back in my chair. For the first time in weeks, I feel like I can breathe. What do you need from me? Everything you brought me is good, but we need more. We need Marcus's confession on record with a witness. Can you arrange a meeting with him? Somewhere we can legally record? California is a 2-party consent state. Jennifer smiles. But your home isn't. If Marcus comes to your home and you inform him that you record for security purposes, that's legal. A sign on your door is sufficient notice. When? As soon as possible. Before Sarah or Marcus lawyer up. Before they realize how much trouble they're in. She slides a business card across the table. Call me when you have the recording. And Michael, one more thing. What? Don't underestimate how much Emma's voice matters here. If she says she wants you as her father, if she expresses a preference, the court will listen. She's 7. That's old enough to have an opinion. Make sure she knows, no matter what happens, that you love her. I do. I know. Make sure she knows. Then she said, but we need Marcus to admit he abandoned his parental rights. Can you get that confession? I invite them both to dinner. Text Sarah. We need to talk, all 3 of us, for Emma's sake. Text Marcus separately. Sarah and I want to work this out. Can you come over Thursday, 7 p.m.? They both agree. Of course they do. They think I'm broken. ready to forgive, ready to pretend this never happened. I put a sign on the front door Wednesday night. Small, professional. Notice, these premises are monitored by audio-video recording for security purposes. California law. Anyone entering has been notified. Anything they say is admissible. Jennifer's investigator helped me set up the equipment. Hidden microphones, 2 cameras, one in the living room, one in the kitchen, everything streaming to a secure cloud server, everything legal. Emma's at my mom's house. Sleep over with Grandma, I told her. She was excited. Packed her purple pajamas and 3 stuffed animals. I kissed her goodbye and promised pancakes in the morning. Thursday at 6:45, I set the table. 3 plates, 3 glasses. I order Italian from Giovanni's, the carbonara. 2 orders. Ironic, maybe. Petty, definitely. I don't care. Sarah arrives first, 6:55. She's nervous. I can tell by the way she touches her hair, a habit she's had since college. Where's Emma? Safe. Away from this. Michael, I want to explain. Save it for when Marcus gets here. I don't want to hear it twice. She sits, looks around the room like she's seeing it for the first time. Maybe she is. Maybe she's been living in some other version of this house, the one where she has 2 men, 2 lives, 2 families. The doorbell rings at 7:03. Marcus, he's wearing jeans and a sweater, casual, like this is just another Thursday. I open the door. Come in, dinner's ready. He sees the sign. I watch his eyes track over the words. You're recording this? California law requires notice. You've been notified. You can leave if you want. He doesn't leave. Walks past me into the kitchen, sees Sarah. Some silent communication passes between them. She shakes her head slightly. Don't say anything. Too late. We sit. I serve the food, carbonara. Split it between 2 plates. Slide 1 to Sarah, 1 to Marcus. Just like Giovanni's, I say. Bon appetit. Marcus sets his fork down. What is this? Dinner. I thought we should eat like a family, since apparently that's what we are. Sarah's crying now. Quiet tears. The mascara's running again, just like at the restaurant. Please don't do this. Do what? Ask questions? Demand honesty? Tell me, Sarah, when were you planning to tell me the truth? Before or after you and Marcus ran off with my money? It's not like that. Then tell me what it's like. Tell me about Gene Trust Labs. She goes pale. Looks at Marcus. He's staring at his plate. You had 7 years to explain. I'm done listening to lies. I pull out the folder, the evidence, spread it across the table like I'm dealing cards. The paternity test, bank statements, email printouts, photos from the restaurant. This is what it's like, Sarah. This is 7 years of deception, documented, dated, signed by you. She reaches for her phone, hands shaking. I need to call someone. Who? Rachel? She already told me everything. Your book club? They called Marcus your Thursday night special. Your lawyer? Go ahead, call them. Tell them you forged my signature 73 times. Tell them you've been stealing from our joint account to fund a secret life with your lover. Tell them you let me raise a child you knew wasn't mine while you played house with her biological father. Marcus stands. That's enough. Sit down. You don't get to talk to her like that. I said sit down. Something in my voice stops him. Maybe it's the calm. Maybe it's the fact that I'm not yelling. I'm not angry. I'm surgical. He sits. Tell me about Emma, Marcus. Tell me about our daughter. She is our daughter, biologically. Biologically. That's your claim? Tell me, how many diapers did you change? How many nightmares did you comfort? How many times did you get up at 3 a.m. because she was sick? How many parent-teacher conferences did you attend? You know I couldn't. You couldn't? Or you didn't want to? Sarah cuts in. Marcus wanted to be involved. I said no, I thought it was better this way. Better for who? For Emma? For me? Or for you? You gotta have your perfect little life. Devoted husband, exciting lover, a daughter, a bank account, everything you wanted without any of the guilt. That's not fair. Fair? I laugh. It sounds wrong even to me. Hollow. You want to talk about fair? Let me tell you what's fair. Fair is that Emma knows me as her father. Fair is that I have 7 years of documented evidence proving I'm her primary caregiver. Fair is that you forged my signature dozens of times, which is a felony. Fair is that Marcus has been recorded multiple times admitting he doesn't want parental responsibilities. Marcus's head snaps up. What? The recording, Marcus, from 3 weeks ago, in my bedroom. You and Sarah discussing how watching me play dad to your biological daughter makes you sick. You recorded us. I recorded everything. This conversation too. All legal, all admissible in court. Sarah's sobbing now. Full body sobs. Please, please don't take her from me. I'm not taking her from you. You took her from yourself. You made choices. Now you live with them. The doorbell rings again. Marcus looks confused. Sarah looks terrified. I smile. That'll be my attorney. I invited her too. Hope you don't mind. She reached for her phone to call Marcus. I said, he's already here, in the driveway. I invited him. Jennifer Park enters with a briefcase and a court stenographer. The stenographer sets up in the corner. Silent, professional, a human recording device. What the hell is this? Marcus stands. This is a deposition, Jennifer says, informal, but on record. You've been notified of recording. The stenographer is documenting. Anything you say can be used in family court proceedings. You have the right to have your own attorney present. If you choose to leave, that's your right, but we will proceed with filing regardless. Marcus looks at Sarah. Sarah looks at me. I look at Jennifer. Sit down, Mr. Holloway. Let's talk about your daughter. He sits, slowly. Jennifer opens her briefcase, pulls out documents. Mr. Holloway, are you Emma Mitchell's biological father? I don't have to answer that. You don't. But I have a court-ordered paternity test that says you are. Probability of paternity, 99.9%. We obtained it legally using DNA samples from your hairbrush, provided by Mr. Mitchell from his own home, where you've been a frequent visitor. Would you like to contest it? Marcus's jaw tightens. No. Good. Have you ever claimed legal paternity of Emma Mitchell? No. Have you ever paid child support? No. Have you ever sought custody or visitation rights? No. Why not? He glares at me. Because Sarah said it was better this way. Better for Emma. Better for everyone. Better for you, you mean? I wanted to be involved. Then why weren't you? Jennifer's voice is sharp now, prosecutorial. You knew Emma was your biological daughter. You had access to her. You were in her home regularly. You could have filed for paternity rights at any time. You could have told Mr. Mitchell the truth. You could have been a father, but you chose not to. Why? Because I wasn't ready. For 7 years, you weren't ready. It's complicated. It's not complicated, Mr. Holloway. You wanted the benefits of fatherhood without the responsibilities. You wanted to play uncle, give her presents, show up for birthday parties, but you didn't want the midnight fevers, the terrible twos, the actual work of being a parent. Isn't that true? Marcus looks at Sarah. She's not looking back. She's staring at her hands, at her wedding ring, the one I gave her 9 years ago. Isn't that true, Mr. Holloway? Yes. His voice breaks. Yes, I didn't want the responsibility. I wanted the idea of her, not the reality. Jennifer makes a note. Do you want parental rights now? Silence, long enough that the stenographer looks up. Mr. Holloway, this is the critical question. Do you want custody? Do you want to be Emma's legal father? Marcus looks at me, really looks at me, and I see it. The fear, the relief, the escape hatch opening. No, he says quietly. I don't want to be her father. Marcus looked at the DNA test and said 6 words that sealed everything. I don't want to be her father. The words hang in the air. Sarah gasps. actually gasps, like she's been hit. Marcus, I'm sorry, Sarah, I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't be what she needs. I can't be what you want me to be. Jennifer writes faster. For the record, Mr. Marcus Holloway has verbally relinquished any claim to parental rights over Emma Mitchell, biological daughter age 7. Mr. Holloway, are you willing to sign a legal document to that effect? Yes. Even if it means you will have no legal relationship with Emma going forward, no custody, no visitation, no decision-making power? Yes. Sarah stands. You can't do this. She's your daughter. She's his daughter. Marcus points at me. He raised her. He loves her. I'm just the biology. Biology matters. Not as much as 7 years. Marcus's voice is steady now. Final. Not as much as being there. And I wasn't there. Not really. I was a coward who slept with another man's wife and then let that man raise my child because it was easier than being a father. Not his blood, not his time, not his daughter. Jennifer closes her folder. Thank you, Mr. Holloway. We'll have the documents drawn up by Monday. You'll need to sign them in front of a notary. Once filed with the court, your parental rights will be legally terminated. She turns to Sarah. Mrs. Mitchell, you should hire an attorney. Mr. Mitchell will be filing for primary custody based on psychological parentage and for restitution of the $73,000 you embezzled from joint accounts. The evidence is substantial. I recommend you cooperate. Sarah's not crying anymore. She's angry now. I can see it. The shift from victim to fighter. You're going to take my daughter from me. No, I say. You're going to share custody with me because despite everything you've done, you're still her mother, but I will be her primary custodial parent. I will make medical decisions, educational decisions. I will be the one she comes home to after school. You'll get weekends, maybe holidays. Whatever the court decides is in Emma's best interest. She'll hate you for this, maybe, but she'll know the truth. And she'll know I fought for her. Jennifer and the stenographer pack up. At the door, Jennifer hands me a card. Court date is set for April 15th. 2 weeks. Be ready. After they leave, it's just the three of us. The carbonara is cold on the table, uneaten. Marcus stands. I should go. Yeah, you should. He walks to the door, stops, turns back. For what it's worth, Emma's lucky to have you. She was lucky, I say, before you two decided to blow up her life. He leaves, doesn't look back. Sarah sits at the table, staring at the evidence spread out like autopsy photos of our marriage. Was any of it real? She asks. I don't know. Was it? I loved you. I do love you. You loved the life I gave you, the stability, the house, the respectability, but you loved him too, and you chose to have both. That's not love, Sarah. That's greed. What do I tell Emma? The truth, age appropriate, honest. You tell her that mommy and daddy are getting divorced, that it's not her fault, that we both love her, and you tell her that no matter what, I'm her daddy. Biology doesn't change that. Does she know about Marcus? Not yet, but she will, when she's ready, when she asks, and I'll tell her the truth, that her biological father chose not to be her dad, but that I chose her every single day. I chose her. Sarah stands, walks to the door, stops with her hand on the knob. I'm sorry, she whispers. I know, but sorry doesn't fix this. She leaves. I hear her car start, drive away. And then I'm alone in the house, with the cold, pasta, the evidence, the recording. I clean up, wash the dishes, put the evidence back in the folder, call my mom. Can Emma stay one more night? Of course. Is everything okay? It will be. Then the judge looked at Sarah and said, regarding the embezzlement charges. The courtroom is smaller than I expected. Wood paneling, high ceiling, an American flag in the corner. Judge Marianne Torres presides. She's been a family court judge for 15 years. I looked her up. She specializes in psychological parentage cases. Sarah's attorney is expensive. Suit probably costs more than my car payment. He argues that Sarah is Emma's biological mother, that maternal bonds are sacred, that I'm weaponizing Emma in a divorce proceeding. Jennifer stands. Your Honor, this isn't about revenge. It's about stability. Emma Mitchell has known one father her entire life, Michael Mitchell. He has been her primary caregiver since birth. He has provided financially, emotionally, and physically. The biological father, Marcus Holloway, has voluntarily relinquished all parental rights. Emma's mother, Sarah Mitchell, has admitted to a 7-year affair and embezzlement of 73 and from family accounts. This court must consider what is in the best interest of the child. Judge Torres looks at the evidence, the 3-inch binder, the bank statements, the psychological evaluation, Emma's drawing. I've reviewed Dr. Patterson's evaluation. Emma shows significant attachment to Mr. Mitchell. When asked who her father is, she said, Daddy, the one who reads me stories. When asked if she has another daddy, she said, Mommy's friend comes over sometimes, but he's not my daddy. Sarah's attorney stands. Your Honor, children can form attachments to multiple parental figures. I'm not finished. Judge Torres's voice cuts through the room. I've also reviewed Emma's letter to the court. My heart stops. Letter? Jennifer leans over, whispers, Dr. Patterson asked Emma if she wanted to tell the judge anything. She wrote a letter. Judge Torres puts on reading glasses, picks up a piece of paper, purple construction paper, Emma's handwriting, careful printing with a purple marker. I'm going to read this aloud. Emma Mitchell, age 7, wrote, Dear Judge Lady, my name is Emma. I'm 7 3/4. My teacher says you help families. My family is broken, but I want you to know something important. My daddy is the best daddy. He makes me breakfast every day. He checks for monsters every night. He taught me to ride my bike. He knows I like purple, but not too much purple because then it's overwhelming. He cuts my sandwiches into triangles. He remembers that I don't like the purple dinosaurs because they're not realistic. He's my daddy. The judge pauses. I'm crying. I don't care who sees. Some people say biology matters. My teacher taught us about biology. It's about genes and DNA. But my teacher also said family is about love. My daddy loves me. Not because of biology, because he wants to. That's better. Blood doesn't make a daddy. Love does. Please let him stay my daddy. Love, Emma. P.S. I drew you a picture of us. Judge Torres holds up a drawing, purple crayons, 2 stick figures holding hands, one tall, one small, hearts around them. The tall figure is labeled My Real Daddy, my daughter, my brilliant, wise 7-year-old daughter. My daddy is the one who checks for monsters. Blood doesn't make a daddy. Love does. Judge Torres sets the letter down, looks at Sarah. Mrs. Mitchell, you're Emma's biological mother. That relationship is important, but your choices have consequences. The affair, the financial fraud, the deception, these actions demonstrate poor judgment and prioritization of your desires over your daughter's well-being. She turns to me. Mr. Mitchell, you are not Emma's biological father, but you are her psychological parent. You have established what California family law recognizes as equitable adoption. You have functioned as Emma's father in every meaningful way for 7 years. This court will not disrupt that bond. The gavel comes down. I hereby grant primary physical custody to Michael Mitchell. Legal custody will be shared, with Mr. Mitchell having final decision-making authority on medical and educational matters. Mrs. Mitchell will have supervised visitation pending resolution of the embezzlement charges. Mr. Marcus Holloway's voluntary relinquishment of parental rights is accepted and will be filed with the state. Sarah's crying. Her attorney is writing notes. Jennifer squeezes my hand. Regarding the financial matter, Mrs. Mitchell, you will repay the $73,000 embezzled from joint accounts, plus interest, plus Mr. Mitchell's legal fees. Payment plan will be determined at a separate hearing. If you fail to comply, criminal charges may be filed. Your Honor, Sarah's attorney starts, I've made my ruling. This court recognizes that family is built, not born. And Mr. Mitchell has spent 7 years building a family with Emma. That work deserves legal protection. We're adjourned. The gavel again, final. Jennifer hugs me. You did it. Emma did it. That letter, smart kid, knows what matters. I turn around. My mom is in the back row. Tom next to her. They're both crying. Happy crying. Victory crying. When the judge said psychological parent, I felt 7 years of love validated. Take a second. Think about who chose to be in your life, not who had to be. That's family. If this hit you, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Emma's waiting at my mom's house. I drive there directly from court. My hands are shaking on the steering wheel. Victory, relief, fear, all of it mixing together. She's on the front porch with my mom, wearing her purple dress, the birthday dress. She sees my car and runs. I barely get out before she hits me. Arms around my waist, face pressed into my stomach. Daddy! I kneel down, eye level. Hi, sweet girl. Grandma said you went to see the judge lady. Did she get my letter? She did. She read it out loud in front of everyone. Emma's eyes go wide. Really? Really? And you know what? It worked. What worked? Your letter. The judge said I get to stay your daddy. Forever. Legally. Officially. No one can change that. Not even biology? Smart kid. So smart. Not even biology. She hugs me again. Tighter this time. Are you still my daddy, even though we don't have the same genes? I pull back, hold her face in my hands. Emma, listen to me. I will always be your daddy. Always. That's not something DNA decides. Hearts decide. And my heart chose you the minute you were born. Every minute since. Every minute forever. What about mommy? Mommy made mistakes, grown-up mistakes, but she loves you. You'll still see her, just differently than before. What about Uncle Marcus? Uncle Marcus, still, after everything. Marcus won't be coming around anymore. Why? It's complicated, but the important thing is you're safe, you're loved, and we're going to be okay. You and me. Just you and me? Just you and me. Is that okay? She thinks about it. 7-year-old wisdom processing adult chaos. Can we still have pancakes? I laugh, actually laugh. We can have pancakes every day if you want. That's too much pancakes, Daddy. You'll get sick. You're probably right. She takes my hand, small hand, warm hand, the same hand I held when she took her first steps, when we crossed streets, when she was scared of the dark. Daddy? Yeah? Are you my real daddy? What do you think? I think real daddy is the one who stays. Not biology, not obligation, just love. Then yeah, I'm your real daddy. She puts her hand in mine, the same way she had when she was 2, and we walk out of my mom's driveway into our new life. Epilogue. 6 months later. Emma turns 8. We have a party. Small. Tom and his kids. My mom. A few of Emma's school friends. No Marcus. No Rachel. No book club friends. Sarah comes for an hour. Court supervised. She brings a present. A purple bicycle with training wheels. Emma's polite. Thanks her. But when Sarah tries to hug her, Emma goes stiff. It's okay, I tell Sarah. It takes time. I know. I miss her. I know that too. Sarah's paying back the money, $500 a month. It'll take 12 years. I told her I'd forgive the debt if she agreed to therapy. Family therapy with Emma. When Emma's ready, she agreed. Marcus moved to Portland. Last I heard, he's engaged. Good for him. I mean it. He deserves to build a family he actually wants. The divorce was finalized in June. Sarah got the house. I got Emma and my self-respect. Fair trade. We live in an apartment now, 2-bedroom, small kitchen, but it's ours. Emma picked out purple curtains for her room, purple bedspread, purple lamp. I told her maybe we should add some other colors. She said purple is realistic now. It's the color of love. I can't argue with that. There's a photo on my desk, courthouse steps, me and Emma, both smiling. Her smile is wider. The frame is cheap plastic from Target. But it feels like gold. Her hospital bracelet is framed next to it. Baby girl Mitchell, 3:42 a.m., 7 lbs 2 Oz. Below it, I added her letter to the judge and her drawing. My real daddy. At night, I still check for monsters, still read stories, still cut sandwiches into triangles. And every night she says, "I love you, Daddy." And I say, "I love you too, sweet girl." And I mean it, with everything I am, everything I'll ever be. Emma and I are building our chosen family, the people who show up. I want to hear about yours. Comment below, who's your chosen family member who isn't blood? Could be a friend, mentor, pet, anyone. Let's celebrate the people who choose to stay. And if you made it this far, thank you for being part of my story. I finally knew what family meant. Family is who shows up, who stays, who chooses you every day. We don't leave the people who choose to stay.